Alright, here's your guys' homework on long division numbers 3 through 10. So, we have number 3. So remember, this goes on the outside. And then the other polynomial goes on the inside. Alright, so now we begin in terms of solving for this. So, in your notes, the first step is make sure it's going in descending order by power, which it is. K to the third, negative 3k to the second, negative 31k to the first, negative 72. So that's going in descending order. And the one on the outside is also going in descending order. Now, step 2 in your guys' notes says the highest degree on the inside, which is k to the third. So, k to the third divided by the highest degree on the outside, the polynomial on the outside of the division symbol, which is k. So k to the third over k, you guys, is k to the second. So I'm going to put k to the second up top. Now remember, you guys, now you got to multiply this and distribute it to both of those. So k to the second times k minus 8, which is going to be k to the second times k is k to the third, k to the second times negative 8, negative 8k to the second. Now we need to subtract. We need to subtract, and you distribute this to both, right, you guys? So k to the third minus k to the third is 0. Negative 3 minus negative 8, you guys, so this is going to be a positive, which is going to be negative 3 plus 8, which is plus 5k to the second. And then drop. So now we dropped it. Now we have to do the same process all over again, right? We do the same process again, starting from step 2. So step 2, what is the highest degree in the new one, right? It's 5k to the second. And then divided by the highest degree on the outside, it's still always going to be k. 5k squared over k, you guys, that just leaves you with just 5k. So plus 5k. Now, we gotta distribute this 5k to both of these, you guys. We gotta distribute 5k to both. So, when you guys distribute 5k to k minus 8, 5k times k is 5k to the second. 5k times negative 8, you guys, is negative 40k. And then this is where you guys subtract this, right? So now we subtract it, distribute the negative to both of those. So (5k squared minus 5k squared is 0. Negative 31k, this is going to be a positive, right, you guys? A minus times a negative is a positive. So negative 31 plus 40, that's going to be plus 9k. And then drop down to 72. And then lastly, you guys, now we do the process one more time. So what's the highest degree here? Inside the division symbol, it is 9k now, and you divide it by the degree on the outside, which is k. 9k divided by k, you guys, is 9. So plus 9. Now we gotta distribute the 9 to both of those. So 9 times k, and then 9 times negative 8. 9 times k, you guys, is 9k. And 9 times negative 8, you guys, is negative 72. Ooh, this is where I made a mistake. Do you guys see that? That should have been a minus 72. So 9 times negative 8, you guys, is negative 72. So now we subtract, right, you guys? 9k minus 9k is 0. Negative 72 minus negative 72, so that means that's going to be a positive. Negative 72 plus 72, you guys, is 0. So what's your guys' answer? Your guys' answer is k squared plus 5k plus 9. So you guys don't need to do this. You guys can do this mentally in your guys' head if you want, but I just write that down so that you guys can just kind of practice and get used to it. Alright, number 4. So number 4, you guys, this is the one that goes on the outside, right? Well, I'll do a different color. I don't know why I keep on reverting back to black. So 9 minus 5, and then everything on the inside is all that. Okay, so first step is done. They're both polynomials are in descending order by power. Now the second one. The highest degree in the house, you guys, in the division symbol is r to the third. The highest degree on the outside is r. So r to the third divided by r, you guys, is r to the second. So we got r to the second. Now the next step is, you guys got to distribute r to the second to the outside polynomial, which is r minus 5. So multiply this, you guys, to both of these. R times r squared times r, you guys, is r to the third. R squared times negative 5 is negative 5r squared. Subtract. Distribute the negative. So r to the third minus r to the third, you guys, is 0. Negative 8 minus negative 5, you guys, so this is going to be a positive, right? This is going to be a positive. So negative 8 plus 5, you guys, that's going to be negative 3r to the second. And then we drop. And then we start it all over, right? Highest degree inside the division symbol now is negative 3r squared. And then divided by the highest degree on the outside, which is still r. Negative 3r squared. Negative 3r squared divided by r, you guys, that's negative 3r. Now, we gotta distribute negative 3r into r minus 5, into the outside polynomial. So negative 3r times r, you guys, is negative 3r squared. Negative 3r times negative 5, you guys, is plus 15r. We're going to subtract. So negative 3r, you guys, times r, that, so so we distribute negative 3r squared. So this, you guys, is going to be a plus 3r squared, right? Because we distributed the negative. And then we're going to get 0. 25r minus 15r, right? Because we distributed the negative sign, so that's plus 10r. Drop the negative 50. And then highest degree in the division symbol now, you guys, is 10r. Divide that by the degree on the outside, which is just r, so that's just 10. Distribute the 10, you guys, to the outside polynomial, so r minus 5. So we're going to get 10r minus 50. And then to cap it off, you guys, we subtract. And that's going to give us 0. So what is our answer? Our answer is r to the second minus 3r plus 10. Okay, so again, you guys do not need to write this stuff down. You could do it mentally, which is fine as well, but starters, you might want to write that down just in case. Alright, number 5. So, again, this, you guys, is on the outside of the polynomial, right? Outside of the division symbol, so x minus 9. Negative 9x to the third plus 86x squared minus 46x plus 9. So, highest degree... Okay, so all in descending order, right? Highest degree in the division symbol is negative 9x to the third. Highest degree on the outside is just an x. Negative 9x third divided by x, you guys, is negative 9x to the second. Alright, so we got that. So take what we just found, you guys, and distribute it to that polynomial on the outside of the division sign. So distribute. So we got 9x squared times x, you guys, is 9x to the third. Negative 9x squared, you guys, times negative 9, that's positive 81x to the second. Next step, you guys subtract. Don't forget to distribute the negative sign. So we're going to get negative 9x to the third, you guys, times a negative, that's going to be a positive. So that's going to be 0, because that's negative 9 plus 9. And then 86, you guys, and it's going to be a minus 81. A minus 81. So that's going to be plus 5x squared. Drop it down. And then start it back up. What's the highest degree in the division in the division symbol? And that's 5x squared. Divide that by the highest degree on the outside the polynomial, which is x. 5x squared over x, you guys, is 5x. So we got plus 5x. Now we distribute that 5x, you guys, to the outside polynomial, which is still x minus 9. 5x times x, you guys, is 5x to the second. 5x times negative 9, you guys, is negative 45x. Negative 45x. Now we're going to subtract. This distributes to both. So 5x squared minus 5x squared, you guys, that's going to be 0. Negative 46, negative times a negative, this is going to be a positive, you guys. So negative 46 plus 45 is a negative x. And drop the 9. Now our last one, you guys. Negative x over the highest degree in the division symbol is now negative x, and the highest degree is still x on the outside. Negative x divided by x, you guys, is negative 1. Now we distribute negative 1 to the outside polynomial, which is x minus 9. So negative 1 times x is negative x. Negative 1 times negative 9 plus 9. Which is perfect because once you guys subtract this from each other, notice they are the same. So negative x, this is now going to be a plus x, right, you guys? That's 0. And then 9 minus 9, because negative times a positive is negative. So 9 minus 9 will give you guys 0. So what's your guys' answer? Negative 9x squared plus 5x minus 1. Alright, number 6. Number 6. Same deal, so this is in the outside of the division sign, right, you guys? So 9 plus 8 divided. 9 to the third plus 8n squared divided by 8, n plus 8. Alright, so what's the highest degree in the division symbol? That's n to the third. Divided by the highest degree on the outside of the division symbol, which is n. N to the third over n, you guys, is n to the second. So now we distribute, guys, n to the second times the polynomial on the outside, which is n plus 8. Distribute. N to the second times n, you guys, is n to the third. N to the second times 8 is 8n squared. Subtract. And this is perfect, you guys, because n to the third minus n to the third is 0. 8n squared minus 8n squared is 0. So what's our answer? Because there's nothing else to drop, right? What's our answer? Just n to the squared. Alrighty, number 7. So, again, this is going on the outside of the polynomial, right, you guys? So that's going to be n minus 1 all over n to the third plus 3n squared plus 5n minus 9. Okay, so highest degree in the division symbol, that's n to the third, divided by the highest degree on the outside, which is just n. N to the third, you guys, over n is just n squared. So we're going to put that on top. Now we take that n squared, you guys, and distribute it to the outside polynomial, which is n minus 1. N to the second times n, you guys, is n to the third. N to the second minus 1, you guys, is negative n squared. So now we're going to subtract that. So distribute the negative to both. So n to the third minus n to the third, you guys, is 0. N to the 3n squared minus a negative n squared, that's going to make that positive, you guys. So 3 plus 1 is plus 4n squared. We're going to drop the 5n, and then we start over, right? Step 2. What's the highest degree? Highest degree, you guys, is in the division symbol. That's 4n to the second, divided by the highest degree on the outside, which is still n. 4n squared over n, you guys, is 4n. So plus 4n on top. Now, what we just found, which was 4n, distributed to the polynomial on the outside, n minus 1. So 4n times n, you guys, is 4n squared. 4n times negative 1, negative 4n. We subtract the negative to both. So 4n squared minus 4n squared, you guys, that's 0. And then 5n minus negative 4n, which will make that positive. 5n plus 4n plus 9n. Drop the negative 9. So now, you guys, our last one. What's the highest degree here? It's 9n divided by the highest degree there, which is n. So 9n divided by n, you guys, is 9. So we put the 9 up top, and then we distribute the 9 to the outside polynomial. 9 times n, you guys, is 9n. 9 times negative 1, negative 9. Subtract 9n minus 9n, you guys. That's going to give you guys a 0. Negative 9 minus negative 9, you guys. So negative times a negative is a positive, so negative 9 plus 9 is 0. So what's our answer? N squared plus 4n plus 9. Alright, so here's our last problem. So we got, this is on the outside, you guys, of the division symbol. Alright, so first step. Are they going from descending order by degree? Yes, they are. So next one, step 2. What's the highest degree in the division symbol? M to the third divided by the highest degree on the outside polynomial, which is m. M to the third divided by m, you guys, is m to the second. So this is m to the second. We're going to distribute m to the second to the outside polynomial, which is m plus 7. So m second, we distribute. So m to the second times n, you guys, is m to the third. M to the second times 7 is plus 7m squared. Now, step 4, you guys, we subtract. So we distribute this negative to both. M to the third minus m to the third, you guys, is 0. Negative m squared, you guys, that's now going to be a minus 7m squared. So that's going to be negative 8m squared. And we drop. Alright, so now our new highest degree, right? Back to step 2. The new highest degree is 8m to the second divided by the highest degree on the outside, which is still m. So that's negative 8m. So that's negative 8m's on top. So negative 8m and distribute it to the outside polynomial. Negative 8m times m is negative 8m squared. Negative 8m times 7, you guys, is minus 56m. Why do I feel not confident about this? Hold on. I see where I messed up. I did not copy that correctly. That should have been a positive. So then... Okay, hold on. Alright, so I distributed that. So m squared minus 7m squared, you guys, that should have been negative 6m squared. Ooh, that was my bad. And then you guys dropped the 39m. So, sorry. The highest degree right here, you guys, is negative 6m squared, and divide it by the highest degree here, which is m. So that should have been negative 6m. And then you distribute the negative 6m to the polynomial on the outside, which is m to the 7. So negative 6m times m, you guys, is negative 6m squared. Negative 6m times 7 is negative 42m. There we go. Sorry, you guys. Subtract. Distribute. So, negative 6m squared. This is now a positive 6m squared, you guys, right? And this is now a positive 42m. This is going to give you 0. Negative 39 plus 42. Now it's plus 3m. And then we drop. Now, the new highest power in the division symbol is 3m. And divide that by the one on the outside, which is just m. 3m divided by m, you guys, is 3. So plus 3. Now distribute that 3 to the outside polynomial, m plus 7. 3 times m, you guys, is 3m. 3 times 7 is plus 21. Subtract. And as you guys can see, that when you guys subtract, it's going to give you guys 0. So your final answer is m squared minus 6m plus 3. Okay, so again, it just takes some practice, right, you guys? But the more you guys do it, the more comfortable you guys get and all that stuff. So, only 6 problems today. So good luck, you guys, and peace.